I'm a miracle. 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 Oh, you're all welcome. Ginika, you're welcome. Toyin, you're welcome. Thank you, Ginika. I'm a miracle. I can never fail. I can never lose. Yeah. I know the bobo you. Yes, so hi every day. I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. Okay, we can kick off. I think I've seen numbers of you in the class now. Thank you. I'm enjoying my music. I will come back to it. I'm a miracle. And I know every one of you are also in the same category. Our life is a miracle. And Jesus is the secret of our life. Once again, you are welcome. And if you are watching from Nigeria, I want to particularly welcome you and say sorry you here for all that is going on in the country. The fuel issue, no money is really, really traumatizing. It's not funny. But I know we serve a God that answers prayer. This season, this period will soon become history because we have a God that answers prayer. So, thank you. Thank you. Amen. Hallelujah. So, I'm sure we all know the topic of today. We also have two participants or two new members. I'm sure they are participating. I welcome you to our group, Marriage Campus for Singles. We have a lot of married people here. So when you hear for single, does not mean it's only singles that are here. We have a lot of married people here that are even more, participating than the so-called singles. They are very active. I mean to say they are very active in the class. So we have married here also. So I welcome you if you are joining or watching us for the first time. I know one or two things will be added to you today. Yeah, Taiwo, I trust you. You will know the topic. Marital delay causes advantages and disadvantages. It's likely we have this topic in 2 sessions. I even pray we'll be able to finish the courses today. I will just make sure that I go slowly so that we can learn something. This is class. We are not online just to occupy space. We are not online so that we can add our voice to many noises, many numbers, many voices on the online. But we are here for a purpose. So I will make sure that what we are doing sinking, and then we are able to gain something that will be an addition to us, and everyone that we are going to share with will also benefit from it. Yes, I remember. Thank you, my sister, Mrs. Beauty. Short, I'm going to mention her. You know, I just mentioned now that a lot of married people are here, are very active. She's one of them, Mrs. Beauty Olushaki. I will refer to her in due time. So let's just continue. My sister, you are welcome and I appreciate you very much. I attended a wedding sometimes in, I think it was before the lockdown. Yes, it was before the lockdown. And the MC made a joke. He's also of this age. He's married, but then maybe she should be in his 30. And he made a joke. I don't know if it's a joke, if it's reality, but to me, I was like, it was a joke. That it's easy for... Okay, can you all hear me? Auntie Beauty say you can hear, I didn't hear me. Let me know if it's my... From my end, let me... Okay, no, the volume, my device volume. Okay, you can hear me, Taiwo. Okay. Auntie Beauty, maybe it's your device or internet or something. Others said you can hear me. If you can also hear me, okay, Kemi, you can hear me. That's good. So I'm good to go. I'll continue. So like I was saying, at the reception, the MC said it's easier. Oh no, I think he put it in a question form. That why is it easier to get spouses, to get someone to marry, to get hooked up? No, I don't want to even use hook up. Of recent, I got to know that that word hook up is using for another thing now, you know, for prostitution. I don't want to use it, but at least to get engaged, to be able to locate, you know, someone that you can marry. That it was easier in the age of their parents, that is our own age, compared to now. And they asked people to respond to that. Initially, all of us on our table were laughing. Where is that one coming from? You know, but at least that is what they believe, that it's easy. And one thing that baffles me in this generation is that if you talk to guys, they will tell you, all the ladies that are there now, they are not serious. They are too materialistic. They don't, is who will deceive them they want. They are not ready for genuine love. You are looking for money. When you talk to ladies, lady will say, don't mind all those guys. They are not, all those guys, they are not serious minded. They are not ready to settle. They are not responsible. They are not mature. All sort of complaint. And like, what happened? Supposedly, someone looking for wife, meet someone looking for husband. The equation have balance. But yet, you see category looking for husband, category looking for wife, and yet they are not connecting. Using my son's expression, where is the disconnect? What is really happening? You know, it's funny. But maybe as we discuss, we can begin to, you know, plot the graphs and know what are likely to be. Thank you, Toya, you can hear me. So we can likely to know what the problem is. I call it delay marriage, but let me try and distinguish the one I have in focus. Someone can purposely or intentionally delay marriage. Some have reasons that they feel they need to hold on. They don't want to get married. They have economic reason. I don't have enough. They want to have the whole money in the world before they get married. They want to be able to carry their babe or their love to, you know, wherever she wants to. They want to be able to afford at least trips, even if it's one a year abroad for holiday. You know, that kind of category. That's what the kind of thing they want. All the furniture, all amenities completed in the house before they think of marriage. They want to have some particular amount in their account balance before they think of marriage. Career pursuit is there. Educational dream is there. Family pressure is also there. I remember sometimes, not even to, it's often, I think I've met a couple of persons that have told me, my elder brother, he couldn't get married because we lost our parents while we were still young. And he made sure that he didn't get married until he trained all of us, his younger ones, you know. You see things like that because of traditional belief that because he's the firstborn, the whole family responsibility is resting on him. So for such a person, before they begin to think of marriage, they would take care of their mother, take care of their younger ones, which can sometimes be as many as 5, 6, and 7 like that. For people like that, they just feel marriage is not important now, and until I take care of my younger one. Then we remember in this class we had mentioned, I think it was a post, it wasn't a discussion like this. We had talked about gamophobia, that is the fear of marriage or fear of commitment. If you are joining us anew, or if you didn't read that post, you can go back and check our group, our page, gamophobia. Why people, there are different reasons why people can, have fear of marriage. It can burn out of, personal experience, or experiences of parents, of aunties around them. Their own past experience could be that, they've had some relationships that, they didn't like the result. Maybe they've been jilted. Maybe their heart have been broken so many times. Because of that, they just want to stay clear of anything called relationship, talk less of marriage. Some men are so afraid of responsibility. They just have this fear, marriage is wahala. I don't want to be earning my money and be giving to somebody else. Women can have the fear of submission. Somebody would need to be telling me to sit down there. I want to go somewhere until I get permission. I beg, I don't want to enter into that one. You're welcome, Josh. I'm happy to see you online. Where's your wife? So maybe two of you are using the same device. That is nice too. So that's another reason why someone can be afraid of marriage. And there could be total lack of understanding. What is the purpose? What are the benefits of marriage? So they just count it as one of those things that is not, you just don't go and put yourself under unnecessary bondage. And if it's avoidable, why not? Why do I need to put myself into it? Fine. It's your choice. Remember, in this group, we had treated marriage is a choice. So it's your choice. But the caveat is, don't say you don't want to marry and go and be fornicating or engage in pornography. That one is a sin. And if you enter into it, you do not only enter into bondage, you have put yourself into unnecessary cost, under cost. The cost that is hanging, you just go and use your head to carry it. If you have the grace, you want to hold on until you are ready, no problem. But don't say you are not ready for marriage and then you are changing men, you are changing women, fornicating, having premarital sex, having sex outside marriage. That is not life. That is immoral life. And God is not happy about that. We will be bold to say that here because this is a Christian group, and as we talk about marriage, we talk about marriage from biblical points of view, from God's perspective, and God will be glorified in all our lives, in all our relationship, in Jesus' name. So there is this other category that have delay in marriage. Their intention is not to delay marriage. Their intention is not to have late marriage. They are ready, they are willing, they desire it. But one thing or the other is not just make the things to happen. One thing or the other is not just to make those things happen. They are awaiting their spouses to appear. And as many that are listening to me, you are ready, you are desire, you've been longing for it. I pray year 2023 will not pass you by. There will be a divine connection. You will meet that person that God has prepared you for in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. So those are the people we want to talk about, so that by the time we explain the causes, the likely causes of marital delay, you check your life. Is there any area that I have found wanting? If there's any area you have found wanting, you adjust, you make amends, you do some personal developments in that area. And by the time you are ready, I am sure God will visit you as you make yourself available. And if there is no area you have found wanting, you have done all that humanly possible for you to do, but it's not just happening, just be there and know that it is God is having your back, and it's going to happen at the appointed time of God. Don't out of pressure go and enter into a wrong or a bad relationship. It's better to stay single and happy than go and enter into bondage in the name of marriage. It does not worth it. Don't put yourself under pressure, and don't let anyone put you under pressure. If you must marry, you must marry happily. So that is the whole essence of discussing this topic. If you are delayed and you find yourself wanting in any of those courses we'll be discussing, do something. But if you know in all those areas you are perfect, just know it is not yet God's time. And trust our God. He make all things beautiful in his own time. When he appears, you will know that indeed it's worth the wait. So that will be on that. But before I continue, like I mentioned, to make sure that I do justice, to this topic, I checked with other 4 members of this group. Thank God they are all active members. One of them is Mrs. Beauty Olushakin that I've mentioned. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Kathy. You are all welcome. So, Miss Beauty Olushakin, Mrs. Modupe Oyedele, Mrs. Moyioluwa Adebayo, and Mr. Israel Oyenigbeyin. Mr. Israel is also one of the admin in this group. He is a single guy, so I decided to also have his own points of view to just make sure that all the grants are covered, and those points that I have in mind, they are actually in line. And in fact, by the time they responded back to me, I'm like, okay, I'm online. And those areas that I didn't even mention, I didn't think of, by the time they added to it, I have law that I don't even think I can mention. But those areas that I'm going to be touching on, they are very important, that if you are able to check your life vis-a-vis those areas, you will know that there's going to be help. You will find help. You will receive help. You will gain something in those areas. So number 1, I want to start discussing the causes now. Number 1 is not giving attention to or not considering marriage at the right time. Let me even start in my church, for example. I want to give an example in my church. The single units, the single team in my church, in my fellowship, the coordinators, they organize a program. We like call it organize. It wasn't a one-time program, but at least there's something they put up that singles will pass through it before they come, before they find someone, so that by the time they are getting ready for marriage, they will have passed through that stage and get them prepared. And it's like preparing, a total man or a total woman. Why they brought up that thing is that I'm a member of marriage committee in my church. By the time some of them will come to us, we'll be like, are you sure you are ready for marriage? So by the time we discuss with the singles department, this is what we're facing. They come up with this thing. They call it 7 pillars, of how they are going to prepare them. And imagine fine topic they will be discussing with this our youth, right from, and I love the age they started from, or they are to start from, engaging these youth from age 16. They are going to be talking about their career, their civic responsibility, their relationship and life partner matter, their interpersonal relationship, their home science, spiritual growth and maturity, decorum and etiquette and personal hygiene. But guess what? All the children, all the youth, they ran away. When I'll be like, how you people are not going to, they say, no, they're asking, because, okay, they title that 7 pillar, so you think you are ready for marriage. And the youth will say, no, I'm not ready for marriage. It's the people that are ready for marriage they are calling. They say, no. But the thing they are going to teach you, they are going to, build you up towards it. That is what characterizes many people. They believe it is when I finish university, I start working, then I can now begin to think of marriage. It is not like that. I've shared on this platform, in this our group, how when I was young, my grandma does not have any other thing other than the issue of marriage. If I fall down, is this how you're going to fall down in your husband's house? If I sleep, is this how you're going to be sleeping in your husband's house? If I wash clothes, is this everything I do, it will tie it down. At that time, I was really angry, even with her through that. Is it everything that marriage? But now, I appreciate what my grandma did for me, because unconsciously, she was preparing me, for that time. It makes marriage one way or the other to be in my mind. And anything I do, I remember, this is funny. I remember when I just entered secondary school as a teenager. Maybe I should be between 12, 13 then. And this time it was even my mom. And my mom said, Lola, come and plait my hair. You don't know how to plait. I said, Mommy, I don't know how to plait hair. Say, okay, no problem. When you go and greet when your husband to be will go and introduce you to his mom, I don't know when you cannot say, Mommy, Mama, come sit down, let me plait your hair. She will bring a goosey for you, will bring melon for you and begin to break it. Do you know that same week I had to go and learn how to plait hair, you know? So before you know it, because we are building ourselves up, because they keep singing and ringing it into our ear. But these days it's not like that. And this is where parents actually have work to do. Whether you are a guardian, you are listening to me, you're a parent, you are listening to me, be dropping it into their ears that one day, they are going to be husband of somebody. They are going to be wife of somebody. It's not only even my biological children. My children in the church, you know, in the family, extended family, there's no way they've given me name. If you get close Auntie Lorna, everything you say is marriage, because one way or the other, I've taken the position of my grandma, how he was singing it to my ear, I started chorusing it to other people's ear, because I believe that it's worth it. So, not preparing for marriage in good time always cause delay. Why did I say so? Experiences have also taught me. I've seen some youth that have relationship issue. Their friendship with this one, you will think that something will blossom, it will end in marriage. But that person will just, you know, we talked about red signal. They will just see the signal and they will draw back. They will just see the signal. By the time you be calling, what happened? He's not serious-minded. He's a dirty boy. He's a dirty girl. Because all those things they ought to have taken care of earlier on, they did not take care of it, and it has become part and parcel of them. So that area alone or cause issue. If you've passed that stage and nobody really prepared you for it, and you feel you are mature now and it's not coming, and you think that could be part of your problem, it's not too late. Check your life. Check where you are missing it. Check those things that are good things. That talk to people and know which area you actually need to pay attention, that could have been making people to, you know, drop away or move away from you. And that will help us. You remember when we talk about understanding compatibility, we mentioned this thing, that if you see someone, his or her values is not aligning with, or does not align with you, run back. So if person touch you, if somebody get close to you, what are they going to see? What they're going to see, is it going to make them to stay, or is it going to make them to run away? You've got to watch it. Good evening, my brother. Brother Uche, you are welcome, sir. I appreciate you joining us. So second one is not socializing enough. If I was to answer that guy at the wedding reception that day, that would have been one major thing I would have said. That the way we socialize there is different from how our children or this generation, they relate. They don't even want to go anywhere. Our age, our period, our time, if you don't connect in church, you will connect at a party, you will connect at one where do we also go to, either church, a function, you know. I remember then, if any of my friends is doing, you know, maybe there's a party or a burial arrangement or something, all her friends will go to her. We are the one that will collect raw rice from their parents, collect our raw meat, and go to one junction or one section and go and be cooking our own too. And all the guys, the ladies and everything, they will come there. They will. That's how we can connect. That's how we can relate. I've shared here how it was church. I met my husband. Remember when we discussed marriage is a destiny? I just said I must go to church this year. I'm going to my village and I'm going to go to church. I didn't know that I was going to go and meet my destined husband, you know. So if I did not go, I would have missed my missed opportunity. These days, this generation, you work at home. After lockdown, COVID, that one self have worsened the situation. These are the generation that work from home. These are the generation that would rather join church service, either on YouTube or Zoom, or stream it one way or the other. They don't even go out. Is so hard for them. Come and go to party. That is the worst. Somebody is wedding in the church. Come and go. That's why they will tell you they are not close to that person. They say they will go to Zoom. I would rather Zoom it. They will give you one excuse or the other. So how are you going to meet the person? How? one of the youths here, you know, I think he's on this platform, okay, he was at a wedding. He wasn't going there. He didn't go there to go and get married. My brother, he was getting married, and I love what he did. The wedding was Friday and Saturday. Oge left Lagos right from Wednesday. Why? Because he wanted to play one part or the other. He wanted to see how he can assist his brother, his friend that is getting married. He never knew that God will reward him there. So those are the areas that is causing a lot of, you know, problem to our children. Yes, our children. Let me put it there, our children. Aristotle said that man is a social animal. You can't survive in isolation. But technology have told Aristotle that no, we can survive in isolation. Just give me my device and I will survive. Fine, they get husband, they get wife on the internet, but it can never be the same. All those repackaged body, they will go and give you all those body magic body. By the time you see the reality, you know that it's different from what they package to you. Some are not even socializing, even in the so-called social media. I told somebody which day, the person doesn't go and it's even a lady. She just only herself and her workplace. And I say, you don't relate. Social media, Facebook, you are not there. Instagram, you are not there. You are not existing. That's what I told the person. It's not everybody that go to social media that go there to go and waste time or go and show nakedness or anything. You will see your circle. You will see people like-minded, you know, that are going to be your friends there. But you are not socializing either virtually or physically. How do you want to see husband? This person I'm talking about, she's over 40. So if you are having that issue, the same problem, you know, relating with people, you got to work you got to work about it or be about it. Some of you will not even relate with their parents, talk less of outside. It's your parent that will be pursuing you. It's your parent that will call you good morning. Take your phone and greet them. Take your phone, mommy, I'm looking, I just want to say how are you. It's different. It's difficult. So how will it, when somebody is trying to show friendship and he will send you message, it will take 3 days before you respond to the person. You say, I beg, if I go and marry this one, it's going to be boring for me. The person will run back, you know, that kind of thing. So we are social agents. Even in the Bible, look at the story of the story of creation. We were told that God come in the cool of the evening to come and see Adam and Eve. That's to let you know importance of socialization. You've got to know how to socialize. Even when you go to church, do you greet somebody? You just go mind your business and go, you know, those kind of things. We cannot, it's not a physical meeting. We might not have all the time to explain it the way we'll have explained. But the little I drop, I know that it will help you to, you know, to adjust one way or the other. Then lack of proper guidance and lack of counseling. We have been saying it. You guys need to take the issue of counseling very, very seriously. I've met people that have missed opportunities to have gotten connected, to have gotten engaged, but because of proper guidance, because of adequate counseling, they miss it. It's either they will have told the guy or they will have told the lady what ought not to have been said, and that one will have misinterpreted it, or it's not in your mind, or she's not in your mind. I mean, when you tell a guy that, do you know what, let's just hold on for a while. If I'm a lady and a man told me let's just hold on for a while, you are telling me bye-bye indirectly. Meanwhile, that is not what the guy meant. Meanwhile, he ought not to have even said so, you know, in the first instance. So they miss a lot of opportunities that will have, you know, culminated into marriage relationship. When somebody is even along the line, as a lady, you know us, we can pick this sign. The person have not come, but you can decode, you can discern that this move this person is saying, I think he has something in his mind. If you go for counseling, if you go for advice, just look for, I feel you can feel like, let the person I'm going to ask for counseling not begin to think that maybe I'm the one thinking what the brother is not thinking. You prayerfully ask God to order your step. You can talk about. you can start praying about it. Even if you don't want to talk about it to anyone, you can start praying about it. And then when the person comes, you are fully prepared. You know what answer to give. Or if you are a guy, it's even guys that are more difficult, you know, to, how can I put it, to connect in this area of counseling. They feel they don't need it. Maybe it's ego thing. Maybe it's lack of understanding. Maybe it's shyness. I don't understand. Ladies has even tried. They can talk to one auntie or even at best their friend, that the friend can now direct them to the appropriate place. They'll say, do you know what? Talk to this auntie, talk to this mommy, you know. But for guys, they won't even open their mouth. It's when the thing have happened, finished, they've missed the opportunity, they will not begin to talk. It's very important. So maybe you are welcome, darling. So it's very important when you want to take that particular step and you are seeing an amber light, you are seeing some sign, talk to someone, please, so that you don't miss your opportunity. If you are a guy, you don't begin to do how can I put it? Okay, there's a point where I'm going to talk about that one. Let me not jump that one now. So you know. So before you, what I'm stressing here is counseling is very important. Where I can't remember which of the topics we handled that I said that it's good to have a mentor, especially in this relationship matter. Look for one person that you can always confide in, you can always discuss these aspects of your life. So when you want to take any decision, ask the person, auntie, this is what this person said. This is the move I'm saying. How can I handle it? What can I handle? You know, how can I respond? If he come, what will I say? Is it even somebody I can say yes to? And the person begins to, how do I even know whether the person is right or wrong for me? All those one will help you to know, you know, ahead of time what you are to do, and you will not miss your opportunity. So the next one is wrong mindset. Wrong mindset, lack of self-esteem, or lack of confidence. This applies to guys so much. This one applies to guys much more. They are going out with that girl. The girl is already seeing sign. The girl even already 80% prepared that let this guy just say pim. I will just say yes. And the guy is just there. He will not talk. He will just be, the lady will be giving some sign. The guy is there not talking. And you are the man, you are the one, the guy is the one thinking that, I don't think this guy can say yes to me. This one is above my caliber. This one is beyond me. This one is not going to settle for, you know, beginners like me. How do you know when you will not go ahead? Lack of self-esteem also affects ladies. It's not only peculiar to guys, but go and listen to our last discussion we had. That's the last class we had in December, dealing with insecurity. Go and, you know, listen to that. I don't want to waste time on that. Body shaming. That I'm not fine enough, I'm ugly, and because of that, you carry this mindset that you are not acceptable to yourself, and because of that, you attract negative to yourself. I've shared on this platform a sister that thought because she was busty, it will be difficult, or she's busty, not worse, she's busty, you know, it will be difficult for her to get a husband. And one way or the other, I discovered she was having that problem, and I took her on it, and I talked to her. God helped me. I was able to change her mindset, and I can say prophetically, because it happened. When I was talking to her, I thought I was just encouraging her. And I told her every morning, stand before mirror and call your name and say you are beautiful. First of all, accept yourself. It's when you accept yourself that other people can accept you. If you can have a change of mind, I am saying by this time next year, you will be doing your own marriage. And exactly what will happen. Exactly that same month we spoke. Exactly that same month the following year, she got married. So it's important to know the kind of mind you have about yourself. You are beautifully and fearfully made. No matter how you are, you will see that person that will love you the way you are. I've encountered, especially because of the nature of my business, I do have ladies, young ladies, you know, passing through my hand as sales assistants. When I'll be telling this particular, some of them, you are beautiful, they'll be there, mommy, no, you one will say it's short, this one will say it's dark. When you look at them, they're actually beautiful. I'm not just, you know, psyching them. They are truly beautiful, but lo and behold, to their own self, they are not beautiful enough. This thing will affect them. They will not readily see anyone coming to them, because that omen, that belief, that mindset they have will be driving away suitors from them. And the same way also in guy, I am not nice enough. They are looking for 6-footer. I am short. I am this. I am that. I don't have money. Those are the things that will be truly chase away girls from you. But accept yourself and change those wrong mindset. When a Mr. Under this wrong mindset is when a Miss Wrong is looking for Mr. Right. You have not prepared yourself to be acceptable to someone, but you are there looking for Mr. Right. No, it's only the likes that will float together. If you must get Mr. Right, make yourself right. Make yourself someone that another person will jam and say, wow, I've seen somebody today. You must work upon yourself. So when a lady is looking for a man who will eradicate poverty in her family, you are looking for that man that is ready-made, because of what your friends that are married are enjoying. You feel if you have not seen a man that is ready to do it that way, you have not seen a man, you are wasting your time. Because whether it is actually you that the life of that person is waiting for to come and boost his destiny, and you are there waiting for that man that is ready-made before you say yes to, or before you say you are married or look at anybody's side, you are the one delaying yourself. That is not what to be. And for a guy, he's looking for a lady that's going to take over from where his mom stopped. You know, there are some baby, we like call them baby adults or adults baby. They can't stand on themselves, decision they cannot take, everything. They are just there. They are not matured. Emotionally, physically, they are not mature, other than the age is what you see in them. And so that, for that kind of person, if you go and near them, as a woman, you are carrying responsibility. They are the one that when they come in, they will put their socks in the sitting room. The wife will begin to pick it. Ordinarily, where is my toothbrush? They don't know where they keep it. It's the one that will gather. It's the one that will gather their life together. They believe there is no way for them to change. I encounter a young guy who is in his 20s, and I'm like, this kind of attitude you are having, I want you to change it, because it's going to give you problem in marriage. Do you know what he told me? No, any lady that cannot come and accept him the way he is, the lady should just go and say, wow, you are not ready to change. You are not ready to prepare yourself for someone. Some person should just come and carry liability and work, and that's some mindset. It appears in ladies, it appears in guys. I've also spoken to a lady that told me that, mommy, she called me mommy. Mommy, don't stop to tell me like that. There are people that are even worse than I am, that are married. Any man that will not take me as I am, he's not meant for me. I beg you. I beg your pardon. So those are the kind of wrong mindset that is keeping people where they are. What are the solutions? Anyone that loves you will tell you what are the issues in your life. If you see opportunity like that, please take advantage. Once they draw your attention to things that are not right in your life, just make sure that you look into it and pay attention. Don't take the person that is correcting you as your enemy. Make sure that those weaknesses they draw your attention to, you do something about them to make or produce a better version of you. I think we might be you might be calling it a day here, so that, like I said, I promise that this particular topic I'm going to go slowly. I don't want to rush it. For what we have to discuss, we've not even, this is just number 4, and I have up to number 10. You know, we have character flaws, we have inability to choose rightly, we have not given attention to, okay, no, not that one, we've done that one. Yes, we have negative impact of social media, we have the reason beyond your control, we have the economy, we have the spiritual aspect of it. So I don't want to rush it. We are going to be calling it a day. So next week is going to be another day. and I trust God that I will be able to finish the courses no matter how we're going to do it, so that it doesn't, flow to a third session, because we're still going to talk about advantages or disadvantages. Thank you all for joining us today. If you have gained one or two things, if you have enjoyed today's session, though we are not able to finish, let me just see your responses at the comment section. And if you are looking forward to the completion of it, let me also know at the comment section. Are there other things you also will want us to include? Because this is your generation. We might not see it all. So if there are other things you think also, you might just send me a DM, or you can share it on our group. Trust me, I'm going to add to it. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Taiwo. Yes, he always does. He always helps us to take notes. She's our class captain. Thank you very much. So for those that join us for the first time today, all the topics we've treated thus far, you can find them on our group, Marriage Campus for Singles. You can see them on our YouTube. You can go straight to our YouTube page. It's also Marriage Campus for Single. Subscribe. Look at all the topics that we have treated and listing. We have done meaning of marriage. We have done essential skill for building healthy relationship. We've done a couple of these topics that I know is going to benefit you, whether you are married, whether you are single. Because even the one we did today is not peculiar to those that are single. As parents, you have something to learn, or you will see people around you that you always want to share this information with. May God continue to help us. Thank you, Yurim. I think you enjoyed I want to believe you enjoyed this session. Thank you, Redo. Thank you. Thank you for all of you that are there that it's not possible, I know, because you are not chatting, you are not saying anything. Thank you so very much. So we'll be calling it a day now. See you exactly the same time next week, Saturday. Thank you and bye.